So you got selected in College Service Commission and you are dreading to face the interview. Now every service commission has its own set of rules and regulations, but no matter whether you are an applicant in India, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, anywhere in the world, these are some primary things you should keep in mind when you are appearing for an interview for any college teaching position with English as your subject. The most important thing that you should remember is that you cannot satisfy them all. There will not be one or two people sitting there. It is a possibility that you will see a board of at least 6 to 8 people staring at you, and you might be really afraid at that moment. But don't show your fear. You will have to understand that nobody can satisfy all their queries and nobody can live up to the expectation that these people have. What you can do is at least reflect what you already know. You will often see that they ask a question and then while you are answering it, they interrupt or some other person interrupts and asks another question before you even complete your first answer. And you might feel that maybe my answer is not up to the mark. Don't think that way. Sometimes it may happen that your first 2 sentences were enough to make them understand that you know the concept and they don't want to spend any more time on it and they want you to talk on something else to judge another aspect. So don't think that your answer is wrong. If you feel that you can make an educated guess about anything, answer it. But if you think that you do not know something they have asked, you simply say that I'm not aware of it yet. But I will definitely look up if I have to teach that in class. They might ask you something like, what is your stand on the use of AI? Because now it is being so very relevant in discussion. I would advise you to keep a balanced stand there, no matter what you feel otherwise. You can talk in this manner that you cannot avoid technology encroaching into academia, and in order to keep pace with your students who are always exposed to these kinds of technologies, it is important for you to get acquainted with its fundamentals as well, and you would rather want your students to be able to use AI in a productive manner. If you already have not published much, I would advise you to try and get some of your works published in recognized journals. If recognized journals are not ready to publish your work within a short time, then go for any peer-reviewed journal because a lot of marks is there for publication too. Next is you might have a component of demo teaching or micro teaching. Whatever topic you take up, always remember that they are going to feel like this is your expert area. Suppose you take up a play by Shakespeare, they will ask you everything about Shakespeare and everything about plays. So whatever you choose for micro teaching, choose wisely, choose something which is not very flat, because then they will have an impression that this teacher is already choosing, say, a poem like a Daffodils. So it won't impress them, but don't choose something like Paradise Lost right away if you are not that confident in it. I chose The Glass Menagerie. It is a play by Tennessee Williams. I don't know what got into me. I chose it, but thankfully the questions were manageable there too. But they kept on interrupting my demo teaching to, pitch in their questions. So they will be doing that to you as well if they are that scary. But remember one thing, if you are clear and confident about what you already know, then they will understand your confidence. But don't be confident about something you don't know. It is okay to tell them that I'm not aware of the details about these things yet. They might ask you, which is your favorite age? Again, be very careful. Study at least 2 or 3 historical periods so that you know everything inside out. Similarly, get acquainted with at least 2 or 3 literary theories. And of course, they might ask you very vague questions like, what is your favorite novel and why it is so? So try to talk about something which you've actually read, because you never know what questions they're going to come up with. Avoid using expressions like yeah and cool. Don't be so informal, but don't be overtly verbose. Don't make it sound very pained that you are speaking English as if you never speak English. So try to make it formal and at the same time try to manage a casual tone, which will kind of help you relax also, and you practice it in front of mirror as much as possible, or you just turn on your front camera, look at yourself and see how you look while speaking like that. Don't move your hands a lot and don't keep them all stiff together. So it has to be a balance, all right? And finally, if it is a long interview, then it's good news for you. I spent 25 minutes inside and I got the job, and the guy who went in, came out like within 5-6 minutes and said, I have answered everything, didn't get the job. So it's not that they are grilling you means they will not give you the job. They are spending time on you means they really want you to be there. They just want to make sure that they are making the right choice. So don't worry about these things and know your undergraduate syllabus inside out. I don't know about Pakistan because this request came from somebody in Pakistan. So I don't know about the syllabus or the different universities you have there. But at least the major central universities take up those UG courses, look at them, be acquainted with all the texts that are there. So that's all from me. I hope you do great. Do let me know how it went, and God bless you all.